Hey everyone. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about this whole concept of life is happening for you or life is happening to you. Because I'm hearing a lot of conversation around life's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And the whole concept is kind of junk. And I don't mean to sound mean about it. I know a lot of really big names are talking about it. I think a lot of people are finding a lot of hope there. But it's just not true. It's just the way it is. So originally, I'm kind of finding that this quote was by Tony Robbins, and it's been repeated by a whole lot of self improvement gurus, especially recently. And the truth is that life is not happening to you, and it's also not happening for you. Life is not outside of you. It's not something outside of you that is going on, that's directed at you, that is against you, that's for you, that's whatever. Life is yours. You control life. So the whole concept that it is somehow in control, far away out there, and it's some benevolent thing that's either working in your favor or not working in your favor, really takes you out of the driver's seat, in my opinion. So I'd rather kind of give you this analogy. This is how I think about life. This is how I have accomplished what I have in life. If you go over to my blog, you'll see a big long post about my own happiness journey, and you'll see a lot of the things that I've gone through in my lifetime and how they've impacted me, and some of the ways that I have moved forward. And I get asked a lot about the ways that I've moved forward. So, what I'd like to share with you is that life is completely about you. So, if you think of it this way, you are the captain of your own ship. So, you are in charge of your own life. You direct it, you guide it, you steer that ship. So, I don't know a lot about sailing. I don't sail, but I'm going to use a sailing metaphor because I think it's a little easier. Um, if you are captaining your own sailboat and you are out on the ocean, that sailboat is like your life. So you're in charge of your life. You are setting up your sails, you are charting your course. You are, even if you're just like, I don't want to do any of that, and you've got your sails down and you're just out there floating in the middle of the ocean aimlessly, right? Which some of us are, that's fine too. Things are going to happen, whether you like them or not, things that you cannot control. Those are circumstances. In a sailing analogy, that would be things like the weather. So it doesn't matter if your sail is up or not. If a storm rolls in, it rolls in. It doesn't matter if you're at harbor or out at sea. If a storm rolls in, a storm rolls in. So those circumstances you can't control. You can't control the weather. You can't control what other people do. You can't control coronavirus. You can't control your boss. You can't control other circumstances in your life. What you can control is your own ship. So you might decide this is a big storm. This is a big, outrageous, scary storm. I need to put my sails down. I need to batten the hatches or whatever you do on a sailboat. I need to start bailing water out as it's coming over the sides. I need to do what I need to do to keep my boat afloat. I'm not going to be putting up my sails in this crazy storm and trying to get somewhere. That is totally reasonable, completely reasonable. You might even decide after the storm has passed that you need time to make repairs to your boat. Maybe you need to bring on some crew to help you, like a therapist or an accountability partner. You might need some help to get through that. That is okay. At the end of the day, though, that boat's your boat. That boat is your responsibility. That boat is yours to steer. It's yours to do what you will with. That boat is not happening to you. That boat is not happening for you. It's not out to get you. Life is a completely inanimate thing. It's part of you. It's not something outside of you that somehow decides things and takes over and moves things around. It's not like that. Circumstances in life are not always controllable. Sometimes they are. Some people just decide to sail their ship right into a storm. I don't know why, but sometimes people do. Sometimes people are just used to being in storms and that's more comfortable for them. Some people choose to never go anywhere at all. They just lounge around in their boat while it's at harbor and they never get anywhere. Whatever it is, we all have control over our own lives. So instead of putting yourself in the situation where you are removed from your own life by thinking life is happening to you, life is happening for you, life is out to get you, try instead to think life is what I make it. Life is the ship that I steer. I have to respond to the circumstances that come into my life, that come aboard my ship, whether I like it or not. Sometimes thunderstorms and rain and waves sweep over my ship, and I have to deal with that. But at the end of the day, this is my ship, and I get to steer it. I get to decide where it goes. I get to decide what happens. I get to decide how I cope with the circumstances that I'm in or that I'm facing. I get to chart that course. For some of us in quarantine during coronavirus, this is the worst storm we've ever seen. This storm, we are afraid, will capsize our boats. We are terrified that it will wipe us out. We are afraid that we will never surface again. For some people, this is a very strong wind behind them that's pushing their boat closer to where they want to go. I know it's hard to imagine, but for some people it really is. It's motivating them and it's pushing them forward. Wherever you happen to be, whether it's the biggest storm of your life or the best wind you've ever gotten, it's still your boat. And you have every right to respond to the way you're responding, to feel the way you're feeling. You have every right to do whatever you need to do to keep your boat afloat. But just know that tomorrow, you'll still be keeping your boat afloat. Tomorrow, you'll still be on your journey. This blip, this storm will pass like all storms do. Have you ever heard of a hurricane that never ends? No, you have not. A tornado that never ends? No, you have not. This too shall pass. This is not permanent. So man your ship, bail out the water if you need to, drop your sails, take a break, take care of what you need to take care of, and just know, just hold on to that knowledge that it is yours, it is your life. You are doing it the best you can. You're doing it the way you know how. There is help if you need help. There's help available to you. And know that this storm will pass. So I leave you with that. I hope that it helps. And if there's anything ever that you want to ask me about, you want me to share on my blog, you want me to talk about on social, you want me to make a video about, you can drop it in the comments. You can email me directly. You can find me on Facebook. Oh, my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. I am on Tumblr now, but I still don't know how it works. I'm Upcycled Adulting everywhere but Twitter, because Twitter won't let me have that G. So it's Upcycled Adultin, no G. I'm also on YouTube. So you may be seeing this video on YouTube. And I have a new section of the blog called Ask Mama Cassie. I take all kinds of questions. I'm always looking for your insight. I want to know what you want to know about. So I have been through some obscene storms. I have certainly been through some hurricanes in my life, and I have come through the other side. And I know how to do it. I've done it a million times. I'll do it this time. I know you will too. I know you're going to be able to get through this. So if you need support, encouragement, you have questions, you're just wanting to reach out, you want me to post something on the blog, you've got a post that you want me to write about, or a video you want me to do, just reach out to me. I love hearing from you. I get my best ideas from my readers and my audience, and that's it. I hope that you are healthy and well, and that you find a way right now to have peace in your life and some joy as well. So I will talk to you soon. Bye.